day was long and heavy, so I came in here to rest. Warm light on the wooden floor feels like a gentle friend. The coffee cup is waiting, steam rising slow and kind. I let my shoulders loosen and quiet down my mind. Outside the city keeps on moving, but I'm not in a hurry anymore. Here in this small cafe, I can breathe again tonight. Soft music, simple voices make the world feel light. I don't need the answers or a plan of what to do, just a quiet cup of evening and a moment to feel new. A memory sits beside me of days that used to run. I smile at who I used to be, always reaching for the sun. Now I take it slower, let the moments pass me by. There's beauty in the waiting and peace I can't deny. Someone laughs across the table and it warms the room a bit. Here in this small cafe, I can breathe again tonight. Soft music, simple voices make the world feel light. I don't need perfection, I just need this view, a quiet cup of evening and time to be true. If someone sits beside me and shares the quiet too, we don't have to say much, the silence feels like glue. Here in this small cafe, my heart begins to slow. The worries fade to shadows and kindness starts to grow. Tomorrow can wait kindly, tonight is simply enough. A quiet cup of evening, filling me with gentle love. Ooh. The streetlights start to shimmer, the day is said goodbye. The air is cool and gentle, and quiet fills the sky. The noise begins to soften like waves that fade away. My footsteps find a rhythm that closes out the day. I don't have to hurry, everything can wait tonight. On this slow walk home, I let my breathing slow. The city turns to whispers and loses all its glow. I don't need an answer, I don't need control. On this slow and simple road, A window shows a table with someone pouring tea. These quiet little moments mean so much to me. I listen to the stillness that gently holds the night, and let the fading darkness turn softer into light. Tomorrow will be waiting, but only after rest. On this slow walk home, I let my worries go. The world becomes much kinder than I used to know. I don't chase the minutes, I let them drift and roam. On this quiet evening road, I slowly walk back home. If the rain begins to follow, I'll simply walk more slow. Some things don't need fixing, they only need to flow. And if the night feels lonely, it passes like the breeze. The heart can find its comfort in ordinary peace. On this slow walk home, the worries fade away. Tonight feels gentle, honest in its simple way. I'll carry this small quiet wherever I may go. On this slow and peaceful walk, I finally head home. A quiet room, the evening slows. Snow is drifting on the road. A single lamp beside the glass lets the golden shadows pass. The world outside is cold and wide, but here the warmth is kept inside. A gentle hush, a softer glow. Time decides to move more slow. I let the silence fill the air and breathe like someone else is there. By the warm window, soft music plays, washing the weight of the long tired days. Nothing to hurry, nothing to chase, only the comfort of this little space. If the night continues on like this, I won't need more than simple peace. By the warm window, soft music plays. The cup in front of me grows faintly cool, but still feels kind and beautiful. Reflections shimmer in the pain, like memories calling out my name. Footsteps fade out down the street, leaving only quiet beats. I close my eyes a moment more and hear the world like never before. I'm not alone, I'm simply still, letting the evening have its will. By the warm window, soft music plays, filling the night in gentle waves. Nothing dramatic, nothing loud, just a soul beneath the cloud. If tomorrow feels softly through. Outside, the city carries on. Cars and lives are moving on, but here the rhythm's slow and kind, like someone calming down my mind. The glass grows foggy, soft and white. Breath and music blend with night, and everything that once felt wrong feels lighter when it turns to song. By the warm window, soft music plays, holding the darkness gently at bay. Maybe this moment won't return, but still I'll let the candles burn. And when the night begins to fade, I'll thank the quiet space we made by the warm window while music plays. The doorbell rings so quietly, a little breeze slips in. The day outside is fading slow, the lights are growing dim. A cup of something warm and sweet is resting by my hand, and every sound inside the room feels gentle, calm and planned. There's nothing here I have to prove, just letting time move how it moves. In the evening calm in the cafe, the noise of life drips far away. Soft music floating through the air, like someone saying you can stay. No rush, no wait I have to bear, only the quiet sitting there in the evening calm in the cafe. Outside, the buses carry on with stories passing by, but here they fade to distant hums like clouds across the sky. Someone laughs a table down, someone turns a page, and every simple little sound feels softer with the age. I close my eyes and breathe in slow, and let the peaceful moments grow. In the evening calm in the cafe, my heart begins to feel okay. The day that pressed against my chest finally loosens, takes a rest. I don't need answers, don't need plans, just warmth that gathers in my hands. In the evening calm in the cafe, there are days that shout and rush, and nights that end in noise. But sometimes quiet spaces are the truest kind of choice. I don't need shining miracles or something grand to say, just gentle light and simple songs to guide the fading day. The window shows the city lights like stars that learn to glow, and every passing moment feels much slower than before. The clock keeps ticking on the wall, but I don't mind the time. For once it moves in harmony with my uncertainty. Day was filled with hurried steps, with words I couldn't say. The city moved too fast for me and carried me away. But now the evening settles in like blankets on the floor, and all the noise that filled my mind doesn't matter anymore. I let the silence take its place and soften every restless trace. Just a little moment of peace, a breath that finally lets me breathe. I don't need answers, I don't need more, just time to rest behind this door. If the world can wait outside tonight, I'll sit here gently with a quiet light. Just a little moment of peace. The window shows the fading glow of evening's last embrace, and every worry that I held feels lighter in this space. A cup of warmth between my hands, a music soft and low, and suddenly the weight I bore begins to gently go. I don't have to be so strong, not every night, not all night long. Just a little moment of peace, where all the rushing seems to cease. No crowds, no clocks, no steady race, just quiet filling up this place. And if tomorrow rises loud, I'll meet it then. I'm not there now, just here inside this bit of peace. Some days break like storms inside, and all we do is stand and hide. But every now and then we find a softer corner for the mind. No miracles, no grand desire, no burning sun, no blazing fire, just stillness, like a gentle hand that says, it's fine, you don't have to stand. The night grows deeper, slow and kind, and quiet gathers in my mind. The sounds outside fade out like rain and loosen all that held my pain. I close my eyes and simply stay, let everything just drift away. And for a while I'm finally free to sit with who I am, just me. Just a little moment of peace before the busy hours increase. When morning calls and life resumes, I'll step back out of this small room. But something calm will stay with me, a gentle note of memory from this little moment of peace. I came in from the evening cold, looking for a place to slow down. The windows glowed with quiet gold and softened all the sounds. A cup of something warm in hand, the day begins to fade. I let the silence sit with me and feel a little safe. The world keeps turning outside, but here time moves kind and slow. Under the light, over the table, I can finally breathe again. Simple music, gentle voices wash the weight away like rain. I don't don't have to pretend. Just this quiet moment here is more than enough, friend. A memory touches softly of who I used to be, running after every dream, afraid of missing things. Now I walk a different pace and listen more inside. There's comfort in the waiting, in peace I cannot hide. Someone laughs across the room and it warms the night a bit. Table, I can finally breathe again. Simple music, gentle voices wash the weight away like rain. I don't need all the answers, I just need this view, just this quiet moment here to learn to be new. If someone sits beside me, sharing all this calm, we don't need many words. Silence holds us warm. Under the light, over the table, my heart begins to slow. The worries soften quietly and kindness starts to grow. Tomorrow can wait softly, tonight is simply true. Under the light, over the table, I start to feel renewed.
Sitting by the window where the quiet evening starts. Coffee steam is rising like a secret from our hearts. The street is slow and silver, snow is drifting through the light. Your smile feels calm and careful, like it wants to stay tonight. We're not saying anything, but everything feels clear. The world keeps moving outside, and I just wanna stay here. In this winter corner, time is gently on our side. Your laughter melts the cold air like a warm and shining tide. Maybe love is quiet, maybe love is slow. I don't need the future now, I just like where this could go.
You tell me little stories about places you have been. Your voice is soft and careful, like snow against the wind. The lights reflect across you in soft and golden lines, and every simple moment feels like it was designed. We're not making promises, we're not drawing a plan, just letting winter hold us for as long as it can. In this winter corner, time is gently on our side. Your laughter melts the cold air like a warm and shining tide. Maybe love is quiet, maybe love is slow. I don't need the future now, I just like where this could go. Your silence says more than words could ever do, and somehow in the stillness I feel closer than to you. If this is just an In this winter corner, everything is soft and kind. Snow keeps falling outside and peace is easy to find. If tomorrow drifts away and we walk two roads once more, I'll remember how the evening opened one small hidden door. Almost love, not rushed, not forced, just something warm and new. A winter night in the city, growing quietly toward you. The hallway holds a fading glow, a quiet end today. Shoes are resting by the wall, the noise has slipped away. A soft light by the open door falls gently on the floor, as if the evening's saying you don't have to run anymore. I set my worries down inside and let the night be on my side. Soft light by the door, I don't need much more. A place to sit, a place to breathe, and let the restless hours leave. If the world keeps calling out, it can wait a little more. I'll stay a while in this soft light by the door. Coats hang quietly in a line, still holding bits of rain. Every step that brought me here feels lighter once again. The room is filled with gentle things that never raise their voice, and for the first time all day long, I'm free to make no choice. I'm learning how to simply be, without demanding more from me. Soft light by the door, a kindness on the floor. No rush to prove that I belong, no need to stand up strong. If tomorrow needs my strength, it knows where to find me sure. Tonight I'll rest in this soft light by the door. Not every night needs fireworks, not every dream needs wings. Sometimes peace is just the hush of ordinary things. A lamp that hums, a quiet chair, a silence kind and slow. And suddenly the weight I carried learns how to let go. The house grows still, the hours pass, the shadows blend and fade, and all the plans I couldn't hold feel somehow rearranged. I close my eyes and let the dark be gentle, not afraid. The soft light keeps reminding me I'm safe in what we've made. Soft light by the door, I don't ask for more. When morning paints the world again, I'll walk back out as I am then. But I will carry something small, a calm I did didn't have before. From this quiet, simple, soft light by the door. The city hums so quietly, like breathing in the dark. The towers hold the evening with tiny scattered sparks. A bus goes slowly past me, its windows glowing warm, and all the noise I carried begins to lose its form. I'm walking without purpose, just letting time unwind. Under the city lights at night, everything feels slow. The world becomes a whisper of silver, blue, and gold. I don't need a reason, I don't need a plan, just letting all this quiet rest gently in my hands. A cafe near the corner still leaves a table lit. A couple laughs in softly and I just smile a bit. The river holds reflections that ripple into stars. The distance feels much closer than it usually does. The evening keeps on breathing and carries me along. Under the city lights at night, my worries fade away. The shadows fall more softly in this gentle gray. I don't chase the moments, I let them drift and stay. Under the city lights at night, I feel okay today. If loneliness comes quietly, I'll let it sit a while. Sometimes it only needs a soft and patient smile. The roads will keep on shining whether I'm seen or not, and peace can live in places we almost had forgot. Under the city lights at night, my heart begins to slow. The day becomes a memory I simply let go. Tomorrow can arrive when morning finds its light. For now I'll walk a little more beneath the city night. The city lights are opening like stars across the ground. A quiet street, a softer night with almost no one around. The day has slowly faded, the noise has lost its place, and in the gentle shadows I find a calmer pace. I don't have to hurry now, the evening knows my name somehow. On this night, walk by the lights. Everything feels gentle, everything feels right. The world keeps turning far away, but here the noise just melts away. Even if tomorrow pulls this quiet walk beneath the lights tonight. A dim cafe still glowing, with music soft and low, steam rising from the window like clouds that softly flow. Footsteps pass behind me, then fade into the air, and suddenly the silence feels like someone there. I let the moment take its time and leave the worries far behind. On this night, walk by the lights, the city feels so calm and kind. Tonight, the signs and windows softly gleam like distant pieces of a dream. I don't chase the minutes as they fall, I simply breathe and hear it all, while walking slowly through the gentle night. Sometimes peace is quiet, not a storm or flame, just the feeling that the world can hold you all the same. If someone walked beside me here with nothing much to say, we let the silence speak for us and slowly find our way. The river gathers starlight and carries it along. The traffic hums like distant, half-remembered songs. A breeze moves through the evening, soft against my face, and every corner of the night feels like a tender place. On this night, walk by the lights, my heart grows quiet, open, warm and light. Tomorrow can arrive in time when morning starts to climb, but for this little while I'll stay and let the peaceful darkness stay on this slow and gentle night. Walk by the lights. The night has settled softly on the quiet little street, and every step I'm taking now feels slower, calm and deep. The houses glow with tender light behind the curtains thin. 1,000 quiet stories are breathing there within. I don't need to understand them all, it's enough just watching night fall. Window lights in the quiet street, warm against the cold. They say that somewhere love remains in ways we never hold. I walk along and let the glow brush gently past my feet, finding peace in simple things on this quiet street. A kettle sings behind a pane, a shadow pours some tea. A child laughs in another house like waves across the sea. The world feels wide and far away, yet somehow close and near, as if these little points of light are saying you are here. I let the evening take its time and keep my heart in line. Window lights in the quiet street, soft like across the quiet street. We chase the brightest cities, the loudest shining things, but sometimes peace is only found in what the nightlight brings. And standing here I start to feel less lost than I believed, like every light is quietly saying I'm received. The wind moves through the branches, but nothing feels afraid. The darkness doesn't threaten, it's softly, kindly made. And all the thoughts that weighed me down grow lighter as they fade, as if the night itself has heard the fears I never said. Window lights in the quiet street, guiding me back home. I walk a little slower now, no longer quite alone. And when the world grows loud again and pulls me off my feet, I'll remember how the night once held a quiet street. The night is soft around me, the city lights are low. A quiet cup beside me lets my tired heart slow. The window holds the evening like a painting on the glass. Time stops for a moment and gently lets me rest. I don't have to hurry, everything can wait. By the quiet windows at night, I breathe a little more. The music settles lightly, like footsteps on the floor. I don't need a reason, I don't need a plan, just this peaceful moment resting in my hands. Memories pass like shadows, softly moving through. Some I miss a little, most just drift on through. I smile at how the seasons have carried me this far, and let this simple evening be right where we are. Outside the world is busy, but here it feels alright. By the quiet windows at night, I breathe a little more. The music settles lightly, like footsteps on the floor. I don't need perfection, just something kind and true. By the quiet windows at night, I feel a little new. If someone sits beside me and shares the gentle light, we don't need many words, the silence holds us tight. By the quiet windows at night, the worries slowly fade. Tomorrow waits politely for another day to stay. For now I'll simply listen and let the darkness shine. feels finally fading past. A cup of coffee warms my hands. Its steam begins to rise, and every drop outside the pane feels gentle, calm, and wise. I let the weather speak for me and loosen what I couldn't free. Coffee, rain, and silence, that's all I need tonight. No crowded words, no heavy thoughts, no battles I must fight. Just staying here a little while, letting quiet find its place. Coffee, rain, and silence, like kindness on my face. Ticking softly now, but I don't chase the time. The storm outside has found a way to steady what was mine. Old worries drift like paper boats across a gentle stream, and things that once felt far too big shrink down like simple dreams. If someone asked what I have planned, I'd simply say just where I am. Coffee, rain, and silence, a simple, humble peace. The harder parts inside my chest begin to slowly ease. I don't need answers for tonight, just room to simply be. Coffee, rain, and silence are more than enough for me. Some days arrive like thunder, and everything feels loud. But nights like this, with gentle rain, pulls softness from the clouds. No need for shining miracles, no promises or pleas. Only a chair, a cup, a storm, and breathing easily. The lights are low, the room feels warm. The world is far away, and I can hear the quiet heart I rarely let out stay. The rain keeps writing little lines across the window's face, and all the things I couldn't hold find now a quieter place. Coffee, rain, and silence, they meet me where I am. The night becomes a gentle friend, not something I must end. When morning comes and life returns, I'll walk back out renewed, with coffee, rain, and silence still living in my mood. The sun is gone behind the roofs, the colors fade to gray, and everything that felt so loud has slowly slipped away. A gentle lamp beside the chair, a book I never read. Sometimes peace is just the sound that lives inside my head. I don't need a crowded room, just silence with a little tune. This is music The kettle whispers in the dark. The floor is cool and still, and worries that once felt so large grow smaller by their will. The simple chords are slow and kind. They don't demand a thing. They only make a gentle space where thoughts can rest and sing. I let the quiet take control and loosen edges in my soul. Sometimes peace is simply found in choosing not to choose. And in this room with fading light, I hear a softer part, a melody that doesn't shout but listens to my heart. The evening settles deeper now, the city fades away, and all the noise that followed me has nothing left to say. I close my eyes but stay awake, just resting where I am. The music hums so quietly, a kindness without plan. This is music for a quiet evening, here until it's gone. It keeps me company a while, then gently moves along. And when tomorrow pulls me back into the restless stream, I'll think of this small song and find my quiet dream. There's a rhythm in the quiet, soft as breathing in the dark. Nothing pushes, nothing pulls, just a slowly glowing spark. The world outside is running fast, chasing minutes as they fly. But here the seconds open up like clouds across the sky. I let the gentle tempo stay and let the hurry fade away. This is a song that doesn't rush, it walks instead of runs. It leaves a little space between the words and all the drums. If you're tired of keeping pace with everything that asks too much, stay a while inside this song that doesn't need to rush. The melody moves quietly, like footsteps on the floor. It doesn't need to shout or prove what music's meant for. A simple chord, a softer tone, a calm that doesn't break. Sometimes peace is not a gift, but something that we make. I'm learning not to chase the sound, but let it gently wrap around. This is a song that doesn't rush, rush, it takes its time to breathe. It lets the heart catch up a bit before it tries to leave. No ending, rushing toward the end. No need for sudden shining touch, just quiet steps inside a song that never has to rush. We hurry through our days so much, we miss the softer parts. The way a moment settles down and finds a place in hearts. So here the clocks can slow their hands and worries gently hush. We'll listen to a melody that simply doesn't rush. The notes are like a peaceful room, a lamp, a chair, a night. Nothing grand or beautiful, just ordinary light. And somehow in that simple space the mind begins to rest, and everything that once felt wrong feels lighter on the chest. This is a song that doesn't rush, it doesn't need to win. It lets the silence share a line and softly wander in. When life speeds up again someday and pulls you back into the crush, remember there was once a song that never had to rush. There's a table by the window where the evening settles down. After all the busy footsteps leave the quiet part of town. The cups are stacked and waiting, the lights are soft and low. And in this late night corner, time forgets to go. I didn't come to figure out my life, just needed somewhere calm tonight. Late night cafe corner with music barely heard, a melody that drifts around without a single urgent word. I let my thoughts just wander slow like rain across the floor, and somehow I feel lighter than I ever did before. The barista wipes the counter, someone laughs and disappears. The doorway breathes a bit of cold and then the silence reappears. The world outside keeps spinning fast, but here it doesn't show. The clock is still, the air is warm, the night moves soft and low. I'm not trying to change the past, just letting all the rush pass last. Late night cafe corner with shadows on the wall, a little space that doesn't care if I can solve it all. The gentle sound of spoons and cups becomes a quiet song, and for a while it feels like maybe I belong. No revelations, no promises to keep, just breathing with the rhythm that slowly falls asleep. And somehow in the stillness a softer truth appears. Not every answer comes at once, some wait for quieter years. The streetlights paint the windows a pale and golden frame, and everything that hurt today feels softer than it came. I finish what is left of tea and watch the night unfold. A little warmth, a little peace, enough to hold. Late night cafe corner, where silence feels like grace. I'll carry this small, gentle calm back out into the race. And when the noise comes back again and pushes at my door, I'll remember there's a corner I can sit in once more. There's a corner in the evening where the shadows soften slow, where the day stops asking questions and finally lets go. The cup still holds a little heat, the lamp is burning low, and everything that felt too much turns lighter as it glows. I didn't know I needed this until I felt it stay like this. Here's where the warmth stays long after daylight fades. A quiet room, a gentle light, a softer way to end the night. I don't need the world to change, I just need this simple place here inside the quiet, where the warmth stays. The worries I was carrying start loosening their hold, like winter slowly letting go its fingers from the cold. The air is filled with something small, not loud, not brave, not bright, just tenderness that settles in and keeps me through the night. I'm learning not to rush away when comfort asks me just to stay. Here's where the warmth stays, soft on my tired days. It doesn't shine, it doesn't shout, it simply wraps around my doubts. And if tomorrow calls too soon, I'll answer when it breaks, but for tonight I'll stay, where the warmth stays. We search for bigger answers, for something grand and clear, but sometimes peace is only knowing you are here. No promises of forever, no speeches to be made, just breathing in a gentle room where kindness doesn't fade. The clock keeps moving quietly, but time feels kind to me. The walls don't hold my worries up, they let them simply be. And somewhere deep inside my chest, the tightness gently sighs, like even my own heart has found a place where it can lie. Here's where the warmth stays, whatever morning says, I'll carry just a trace of it into the busier days ahead. And when the world grows cold again, with all its hurried ways, I'll find my way back here. has laid its heavy hands across my tired mind, and everything that pressed on me is slowly left behind. The windows hold a softer dark, the lamps are low and warm, and in the quiet of the room I'm sheltered from the storm. I don't have to be so strong, not every night, not all night long. Quiet night, gentle heart, this is where the healing starts. No loud words, no blazing light, just comfort hidden in the night. If the world asks more of me, it can wait till morning's part. For now I'll rest inside this quiet night, gentle heart. The ticking of the little clock keeps time, but now with fear. It feels like even time itself is slower when it's here. The memories that used to sting come softer through the door, like they were only trying to be understood once more. I let them stay, I let them pass, like shadows drifting through the glass. Quiet night, gentle heart, holding all the fragile parts, the aches that I could never name. Don't feel so sharp, don't feel the same. I don't need to fix it all, I don't have to play a part. I'm safe a while inside this quiet night, gentle heart. There's a kindness in the darkness that daylight sometimes hides, a voice that softly whispers you're allowed to come inside. No promises, no grand design, just breathing in and out, and finding that the fear I had is learning to fade out. Outside, the distant city sleeps with quiet in its bones. Inside, the stillness feels like I am finally not alone. There's nothing here to chase or prove, no finish line to start, just space enough to listen to the rhythm of my heart. Quiet night, gentle heart, though morning waits apart, I'll carry this soft piece of peace wherever daylight starts. And when the world grows loud again and tears might come apart, I'll remember there was once a quiet night, gentle heart. The city's distant echoes fade like footsteps far away. What felt so heavy in the light looks softer at the end of day. The windows glow like resting hearts, the air is calm and deep, and all the thoughts I couldn't tame grow drowsy, drift and sleep. I never knew that silence could feel this kind and wide. The night holds everything quiet, like hands that gently close. It gathers all the scattered things I carried far too close. No answers, no decisions, just breathing in night holds everything quiet and slows the restless mind. It doesn't ask for strength from me, it only asks I'm kind. The shadows fall like blankets, the stars are small and bright, and suddenly the world feels gentle in the night. We live our days in noise and speed, afraid of standing still. But sometimes peace is letting go of what we cannot will. And in the dark I realize the truth I sometimes miss. The quiet isn't empty, it's where my heart exists. The clock keeps moving softly on, but I don't dread its sound. There's nowhere I am meant to be except this solid ground. The past can rest, the future wait, the present feels alright, held inside a deeper calm that rises with the night. The night holds everything quiet, and I no longer fight. It gathers what I couldn't hold and keeps it safe tonight. And when the morning opens up with all its ordinary light, I'll carry what I felt when the night held things quiet. The sunlight found its quiet place and slowly slipped away, leaving only softer colors at the end of a gentle day. The voices that were loud before have nothing left to say, and all the hurry turns to dust at the end of a gentle day. I didn't fix the world tonight, but maybe that's alright. At the end of a gentle day, I breathe and let it stay. The things I couldn't finish can wait another way. No battles left for me to fight, no debts for me to pay, just quiet in my heart at the end of a gentle day. The kettle hums a simple tune, the windows gather gray, and shadows fold the room in half in their familiar way. The worries that were chasing me have loosened their hold like fading footprints in the sand that slowly grow cold. I lay down what I carried and let the night be kind. At the end of a gentle day, the noise has slipped away. I'm not as strong as I had hoped, but maybe that's okay. The small unspoken tenderness is all I need to stay held softly by the night at the end of a gentle day. We wait for bigger miracles, for something bright and grand, but sometimes grace is only a cup of warmth in hand. No speeches and no promises, no perfect plans to make, just knowing I can rest and nothing has to break. Outside, the quiet city breathes. The moon is pale and low, and somewhere in the the silence, I finally let go. Not everything is finished, not everything is clear, but somehow I feel lighter, simply being here. At the end of a gentle day, I close my eyes and stay. The night will hold the rest of me until the morning's gray. And when the world wakes up again and calls me on my way, I'll keep this peaceful heart. From the end of a gentle day.